Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where our next big move is absolutely a kingdom invasion of England. I'm pretty sure that that's going to be the best single move that we can make. Of course, we're going to need 2,000 prestige for that, and we're also going to need to be exalted among men. In order to get exalted among men, we're going to need about 2,500 prestige. I mean, that's two birds, one stone, fundamentally. We are not currently able to host a feast or call a hunt for a little bit. Obviously, we can raid, and that's something we should definitely think about doing. Now, we could raid in West Francia. I would also eventually like to do a duchy conquer on Brittany. That is something that we could certainly do soon. That would get us a lot of fame, actually, by doing that. That's not a terrible concept. We would need to raid for the prestige to be able to do that. Now, one thing that a lot of you were saying is raid farther afield, and yeah, going into the Mediterranean and raiding is a good idea. I particularly like the concept of raiding the Pope. That is always a good thing. But there's like the Byzantine Empire over here. They're maybe a little too strong for us to consider raiding right now. They've definitely increased their strength. These guys down over here, they are similar. We could probably get away with raiding them. But Rome, we can definitely raid Rome. There's a lot of mercenaries hired right now. Okay. That's kind of interesting. But I do want to come down and attack West Francia at some point soon. I also want to get these guys under our control. We don't really have anything particularly good here, sadly. Yeah. Nothing particularly great there. We're mostly just going to need to go raiding. So we're going to raise just our men-at-arms for right now, I feel like. Sure. We can be sleep-deprived, I guess. 2274, and then we also raise up our special soldiers, bringing us up to 4,400. Okay. We should raise a few levies as well. There. That should be enough. We're going to make these be raiders, and we're just going to send them over to Rome. There's a lot of loot to be had over here. So we're going to go raid the Pope, and let's go see what we can get. We can carry 1,400 gold. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. I have no real explanation for why we can carry so much due to the size of army. But sure, we're going to head in over here, and we're going to attack the Pope. He got rid of his mercs, or some of his mercs. Not all of his mercs. He has a lot of pikemen, but we don't have any cavalry, so that's not really a concern. We're going to head in over this way. Sure, we can receive this guy and get 75 prestige. That's always nice. Okay, apparently we are in love with our wife. Sure, that's not a bad thing. Okay, so our wife is our soulmate. Perfect. That's usually good. Diplomacy challenge. We gained 75 prestige. Fantastic. We're going to go in and raid the Pope. He'll never see it coming. There's a lot of loot over here, that's for sure. So we're going to take a quasi-efficient path here. I actually think we need to come in and eliminate his army. Oh, we missed them. That made me a little sad. We missed them by 1 day. Oof. Okay, well, we need a new spy master. This guy's terrible at the job. I guess it's okay. So for now, we're just going to raid his capital. And we're just going to head over this direction. I'd like to fight his army. That'd be the best way to go about this. These raids are a little bit slow, but sure, this is probably fine. We'll take that cash. We are negative in cash right now, which isn't necessarily great, but that's reasonably expected with our current tech level. Okay, so we're going to raid here. Our next goal is to fight these guys, which we will do in just a moment. There we go. And in we go. And this should net us a lot of prestige. This guy could join our court. Sure. Okay, how much did that get us? 515 prestige and 128 gold. Beautiful. Now, this is definitely not the most efficient path we could have taken through here. I was planning a more efficient path, but then their troops were raised up here, which made me sad, but it's okay. Why, hello there. Why, hello there. Well, we'll stack wipe these guys. Cool. That was worth 39 gold and 158 prestige. Honestly, once we return from this raid of the Papal State, we should be pretty close to ready to attack the attack the Kingdom of England. That'd be great. So how much gold is left here? Some. Not a huge amount, but enough. Actually, we may not quite be ready here. We might get a great deal here. We might not. We do need 2,000 gold after all. Or not 2,000 gold, 2,000 prestige. As well as some fame. Some fame would be nice too. We could continue to raid. Our supplies are dropping though, and we should probably head home after this raid. I suppose we could raid out over this way. The raid loot is not particularly good. We could maybe raid on the way home. Some raiding up in Brittany, perhaps? Because we need to head home. And we're at basically half supplies right now. I think we should just head on home. Deliver our loot, and then we'll raid again. This will bring us up to like 1,600 and some. Yeah, like almost 1,700. So that'll be fine. We're headed home. Fantastic. We are going to be able to hold a court, and we might be able to get some prestige out of that. It does cost 100 prestige, so we're probably not going to do that at this moment. But there is a possibility that that would be prestige profitable, but it's not necessarily guaranteed. So I think we'll hold off on that for right now. We will return home and let these guys reinforce a bit. Cool. Okay, so we're currently fascinating onagers. That's good to know. Crop rotation will be done in 6 years as well. That's incredibly good. And as far as the early medieval era goes, it's not yet been reached by the Norse, obviously. We can't actually see how many techs we need, I guess because we're not the culture head. That's a little strange. One thing we might want to actually do right now is raid England. It's a lot closer to home, and there's a chance that we might be able to weaken their army before we invade them. So we're going to raise local raiders here. And we're just going to head in and raid some England here. A little bit less far afield, but this way we're hoping that we're able to take out some of their forces. That would be nice. New stewardship lifestyle perk available. Both War Profiteer and Detailed Ledgers are good. War Profiteer is only good while at war, though. Detailed Ledgers is always good. So we're going to take that. Hello. They are inland, which makes things complicated for us, because we will take attrition. But that's probably fine and worthwhile. Let's see, this is vassals. Maybe it's not worthwhile. Maybe we just want to keep raiding. There we go. So for Exalted Among Men, we of course need a decent amount more. We'll go ahead and lose 14 stress here. I don't want to risk losing prestige, because we need all the prestige we can get. And we'll just continue raiding coastally here for the time being. I would like to find some Kingdom of England wars, or rather Kingdom of England armies, but they're not at war right now, and so that's probably pretty unlikely to happen. Okay, so we need to go all the way around there. Sounds good. 25 more gold here. So at this point, we have enough to get ourselves up to 2,000 prestige. But not enough to get up to the next level of fame. We need about 1,000 more prestige for that. Okay. We did just gain 150 from an impeccable household. That's nice. And we can now walk up here without taking attrition, I think, and fight these guys, which is a big deal. because that gets us 250 extra prestige. This is without taking attrition either, which is surprising to me. We'll fight them as well. And then these guys over here, they're already being fought. Okay, we'll just raid here. And we'll see who wins this. Sure. We'll attend to that. A warm welcome. Cool. So we'll raid this while they're fighting. Okay, these betrothed can marry. This is our player heir. I guess we'll do it. That'll be fine. Okay, so we raided this, or we are raiding it, actually. We will fight these guys the moment they're done. Fantastic. And now we'll head on down. We should have enough to get Exalted Among Men very shortly here. We need 326. We have 282 here. Okay. These 2 raids would go a long ways towards that. It's not quite going to be enough. If we were to raid this city, that would be enough. Cool. So we're going to raid here and head home. Back to Cornwall we go. That will get us enough to be Exalted Among Men. And because then we're, of course, going to be fighting England for the big war. This will be a very big war. Our raid loot has been delivered. We will disband our troops and allow our troops to reinforce for a bit here. But we are now Exalted Among Men, and we are now prepared to attack England. Let's go ahead and extort our subjects quickly here. Let's see. I think we'd rather have the county extorted and the dread rather than the control level dropping by full. Okay, there we go. So when are our men-at-arms going to be replenished? Very soon. Next month tick. Sounds good. Any moment now. There we go. Cool. So we will now declare war on this guy, invading the Kingdom of England. We will have to grant out some titles independence after this war, based on the rules of the game, but that's okay. We will declare that. And now we will raise up all of our troops right here. Does that include our pirate horde? Looks like it. Yes. Okay. Sounds good. And up we go. So how many troops do we need to leave here? It's a total of 372, but no, the garrison is 437. Okay, so we can leave behind these levies. And then these guys can head up over this direction-ish. I'd like them to go like this so we don't take attrition. Is this their full army? Yes, it is. Okay. So we're just going to cross over here. I don't care about this 9 gold. That is completely fine. This is commanded by ruler right here. So that's wonderful. We're going to head in. Yes, we do have the recently disembarked Malice, but this should still be just fine. No problem whatsoever here. Okay, so he gets kicked out of here. Now, if we pursue them too far, we are very likely going to take extreme amounts of attrition, which we do not want. So for the time being, we're just going to head back and re-embark here. And we're going to park over this way, sitting next to these guys. Yeah, that's what I thought they'd do. Yeah, get out of here. That's right. Okay, there's a faction here, and this is Anglo-Saxon Catholic Populists. Hilarious. Okay, I don't care about that. So there's that siege done. We're making our way over towards their capital. I would like to put a siege commander in here. Do we have one? We do not. Well, I guess just a commander would work then. So they're going up over this way again. Is this still commanded by ruler? It is. Okay. That's intriguing. We'll start a siege down here. And we're going to try to chase these guys down here. They are running. I'm not shocked about this. I am shocked that they stopped there, though. That is very surprising to me. Why did they stop? Huh. Well, we are at full battle war score at this point, so there's no real point in continuing to fight except for rolling up their commander, or rolling up their king capture, rather. We're going to head over this direction. Yeah, that'll take a few casualties. And we're going to start some tri-sieges here. These guys are running around up here. If they're going to walk all the way back over here, that's fine. I don't care. We're going to be hitting their capital extremely soon. They're heading northward. They're heading like up here. Okay. So they're just abandoning their capital region. So this is completely fine. No problem then. These sieges will be done very soon. Or at least this one will be. We're going to go hit their capital. How many are we going to need for that? 460, so this will be fine. Cool. So they're just sieging up here. Okay. If that's what they want to do, I'm completely okay with that. We're going to head in over this way. That is 163 casualties, but that is acceptable. Okay. These 3 sieges should finish the war. He is going to get Lancashire back. That's 4 months left on that. That's going to buy us a lot of time down this way. So that should be fine. I'm not too concerned about that. We're going to take War Profiteer at this moment. That will boost up our income while at war a bit, but not by a huge amount. We're not tremendously efficiently set up at this moment. But yeah, he wins that siege, but that's fine. That only wins him back 10% war score. We're going to get that plus more just by taking his capital. So that's fine. Irish Insular Populists, huh? We'll deal with those after this war. We see him coming southward now. So we are likely... Well, this is done anyway, right? 7 days there, 12 days here. Okay, we're going to pull some levy forces. We're going to leave those levy forces there. We're going to send these guys up this way. And we're going to do the same thing here. Okay. And there we go. War is over. And with that, England is ours. Now, they're still going to have some Welsh holdings, but that's fine. There we go. Beautiful. We're going to disband our troops, and we're going to have to hand out some titles. No doubt about that. We will hand these out to people of the correct faith and culture. And for the time being, are we going to have to hand out any larger titles? I mean, we can probably create the Empire title very soon, if not right now. Let's see. That was Northern Isles, correct? That we wanted to create, not Great Britain. High Kingdom of the North Sea. So we need England, Denmark, and Norway for that. And we have to hold them for 30 years. And we have to completely control the North Sea heartlands. Okay. Do we have to be... Your highest held title is less than Empire rank. Okay, so we have to be a king to do this. Good to know. We're going to hand this out. There we go. Cool. So we have some factions going on here. We are above our vassal limit. I figured that would probably end up happening. We can create some duchy level titles, and that's something we will do. But we can grant these out to rightful lieges for right now. So that'll be absolutely fine. There we go. No problem there. We will need to replenish our troops a bit, and we do need a new marshal as well. That'll be this guy, and he will work on, for now, organizing army. We do need to replenish our levies. Those are quite low. Excellent. Someone is attempting to claim our throne. Who could have possibly seen that coming? Now, one thing we might want to consider doing at this point is destroying these other kingdoms. I want to check succession here. Okay. Yeah, that might be something that we want to think about. So if we were to destroy this title, that would cost us 1550, and Ireland would cost us the same. But that might make things a little bit easier for the short term. Potentially. Now we're definitely going to have to go after basically the de jure titles of Norway and Denmark. Those will be what we're going to have to do next. So this and this should be fairly doable. Hypothetically, yeah, duchy invasions would be doable. One thing we might want to consider doing is taking... Oh, right, we have to hand out titles here. We have to grant independence to, like, this one. This is not allowed for us to hold. This is going to be a lot of stress because we're ambitious, which is going to be interesting. We're definitely going to need to call a hunt to work down our stress a bit. Okay, other titles that we have to hand out. This one. Okay, that is an inland title. This is inland. And this is inland as well. So this is going to work up a lot of stress because we're ambitious, but we are required to do this. So those had to be handed out. Over here. We don't have to hand out Surrey or anything over this way because of the navigable river here. This is connected to the river. This is inland. So this has to be handed out. It's not showing up as a possibility. Oh, this is under this Jarldom. So this is de jure our territory. We can't hand that out, and therefore we don't have to. Same with this one. Because it's under this guy. Not under us directly. Okay, so anything else over this way? Yes, Northamptonshire needs to be granted independence. Which is a little awkward. This one would need to be granted independence as well, but this is not her primary capital. Okay, both of these need to be granted independence, so we have to give her independence. Yes, our stress is going to be through the roof. Okay. Derby and Warwickshire. Actually, all three of these need to be granted independence. There we go. And there we go. Okay. So all of those get granted independence. This guy still has the title Kingdom of England. Okay. We're going to be able to usurp that back later, but let's see. Anything else up over here? I think that's all of it. This one does not have to be granted independence because that is... Oh, no, it does. But we didn't capture that, I don't think. I'm pretty sure that was captured by a vassal, not by us. Let's double check that. This guy was the guy that conquered it. This was not us. So we don't have to do anything about that. Vassals can conquer internal territory. We cannot. Okay. So I think that's everything that we are required to hand out here. Cool. Yes, we handed out a good chunk of what we just conquered in England. That is for sure. Now, I wouldn't mind taking this for ourselves. Like revoking this guy's title. That'd be amazing. But it's not going to happen right now. We need to work on our stress quite badly. So we are just going to... we could abdicate. No, we're not going to do that. I do want to check our successions on the Kingdom of Scotland. Our half-brother. Okay. Well, we should have a claim, regardless. So that should, in theory, be fine. Oh, okay. Our wife gave us a pressed aster. Nice. We will treasure that gift and lose some stress. Okay, we gain 150 prestige. We will now host a feast, losing 91 stress because we're a drunkard. Fantastic. Hopefully we lose additional stress here. Yes, we can. 21 more stress gone. Fantastic. Okay. All good. So, of course, we're going to have to go after some territories out over this way next. But all looks good there. And that is great. It is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue pressing into the... What is this called again? The High Kingdom of the North Sea. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.